we're back. Ain't nothing like to do but the redo. Ain't nothing like to do but the redo. All right, so check it. So I got some of my friends back on. We back on live. We're gonna allow some people to get back in. While we're doing that, real quick, tell everybody your name, where you from. Starting off with the one with the glasses.
Oh, I'm Kim. I'm from LA, but living in Atlanta.
Okay, okay. And Kim, how long you been in Atlanta?
11, 11 years now.
Okay, okay. All right, all right. And so, Kim, are you single?
Nope, not anymore.
What? Okay. How long? How long you been in it? You been dating now, or relate? Are you okay? What
Dating
status are you right
11
now?
months. 11
11
months.
months. Okay,
Hmm
11 months. Okay, that's good. Now, I started this platform about. I started this platform back in March of 2023. So Kim was one that came on to the actual platform, and she was single at the time. She was going through some dating woes. It's almost been a year later, and Kim is looks like she's in a relationship. So what? Okay, so your experience. Okay, look, check this out. I got something for you. So your experience on the show, was it anything you learned that you applied while you were out dating and finally meet someone? Did you any stories or anything that kind of
Not
helped?
really. Not really
Mm.
changed anything.
Okay, well, did it give you any information that may can help you along the way? Did you use anything to get anything out of it?
I did. I mean,
Shit.
I got some interesting tips. More
Right,
so like the male's perspective and looking outside my box and coming from a male's perspective.
right. Okay,
It opened
okay.
up to simplicity of men.
Gave you a little bit more insight on us.
Hmm
That's good. That's good. That's part of it. So we can learn from each other. All right. So I got another young lady. She has been on before as a recent Miss Tina. Tell everybody a little bit about you, Miss Tina.
I Martina Young. I train entrepreneurs in the Atlanta area. Originally from Chicago, but I have been raised in Atlanta. I've known Mark pretty much all of my life.
Since we was 8 years old. That's how long this girl been knowing me,
Oh,
Kim. Since I was
yeah.
8.
I just turned 50 a few weeks
Look,
ago. So
at
yeah.
least, look, at least she been around, but she's still alive. So I'm good. I'm a lucky charm. 40 some years. Hey, be my friend. You live a long time, but no. But for real. So I wanted to bring you two ladies on, and just to make sure, Tina, you're single.
I am single.
Okay,
Divorced, and I was married almost 17 years.
17
And
years,
yeah, and divorced in 2019. So
2019. Okay, all right. So guess what? So are you currently dating anyone right now?
no.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dang, that was a
That was a
okay.
hesitation.
Okay, well, guess what? I got one lady here that is dating someone, and I got a young lady who has not been out on a few dates. But guess what? I'm gonna give both of them some ideas that their dates can take them on. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and let me see. Let me go ahead and share. I got some slides for y'all tonight. Slide, slide. Okay, it's Mark's top 10 dating ideas for men. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and run through it. So what I did was I actually literally saw about 85 dating ideas. Right, it was 85 I saw. Right, and out of the 85, I kind of narrowed them down to 10. So here's what I did. So it was based on uniqueness. It was dating on adventurous. I also I just did upon, just not your typical date, your coffee dates or whatnot. Also, one of the other key factors was affordability, right? So we got affordability, something that was unique, something that is adventurous for that particular person, and it's something that also has a little bit of romanticism in it as well. So those were the factors. Any ladies have any questions thus far?
I'm waiting. I'm
I'm
ready to
waiting.
see this.
All right, so guess what? Here we go. Here we go. The first one, art galleries, right? Art galleries, right? Hey, let me. One thing about art galleries, even on the first date or the second day or any time, especially on the first date, art galleries sometimes it brings out the creativity in one's person. One thing I do know, women, there are a lot of women and men also that like art. Those can be
Mhm.
great conversation pieces or whatnot.
Mhm.
You can just have great conversations as well. So, what do you ladies think about that particular one?
I
Tina.
like
I
that
mean, if
idea.
that's your thing,
Hmm.
I mean, if it's your thing, I mean, not. I mean, it. I don't know. Me personally,
Right.
no. But
Okay.
if that's a a joint interest, then
Hmm.
yes.
Okay.
But it also
Go ahead.
depends on the gallery too.
Right.
It
Right.
just it,
Right.
it just yeah. I mean, they have so many
Right.
different types of art galleries and stuff like that that it actually depends on the what it is, the art,
Hmm.
and it if it's your thing, like she said. But sometimes it'll pique your interest that you never knew you had.
Right. 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 I think I looked at it from a standpoint. I guess from a guy's perspective, it's just even the idea of it all. You know what I mean? And a lot of times I would probably say with art galleries or whatnot, they're great conversation pieces. It may as far as the actual gallery, yes, absolutely, it has to be something interesting. I think we can always find interest in something such as art or whatnot. So that's usually one of the most common things. So the second one, cooking class. What do you think about that? A cooking class on a date.
I like to cook, so it'd be great for me.
Hmm.
Um, and it helps get a conversation started as well. You can have fun at a
Yeah.
cooking.
So what you think, Miss Tina? What do you think about that
I
cooking
mean, I'm the
class?
same. I like to cook too, but again, if it's like this, if let's say if you meet somebody on a dating app per se, and the whole thing is, oh,
Right.
I can cook, and they got pictures of them on the grill and stuff. Then yeah, let's go to this cooking class and see
Uh
if
huh.
this is what you can do. Because if all you can do is make eggs, that cooking is gonna expose that.
Right, right. You must I make a good breakfast.
Exactly.
Right, right. I mean, I chose cooking classes. One thing, it's for me, I just looked at it as like a level of like it's something about. Tell me what you ladies think about this. It's something about the a date in the sense of competitiveness. When you this is probably one of those dates you'll probably go 3 or 4 dates. And these top 10 aren't just first dates. These are just if you've got a woman, your wife or whatever. Uh,
Mhm.
that'll be something you guys can definitely indulge in because one thing about it, it's definitely a team builder type thing. I would probably think. Even if they do make the best scrambled eggs out there, I guess. Crazy golf, crazy
What
golf,
is
right?
crazy golf, Mark? Explain
Good
that.
question. Crazy golf is like the putt shack. You know how sometimes where they have the little obstacle courses or whatnot. You have your drink. You can have a conversation with the person. You got the maze, the competitiveness in it, and so that's crazy golf.
Is that
Would
like
you?
what we used to call putt putt golf?
Yeah, putt golf, crazy golf,
Miniature golf.
miniature
Miniature
golf.
golf.
Okay.
It's called crazy golf because it got all the different like obstacle courses or whatnot in it, right?
Okay.
Um,
Oh, hmm.
yeah, it's different and unique. You know what I mean? Again,
Oh,
uniqueness is one of the things that, and sometimes I just think this is like black couples. And tell me what you guys thoughts about this. Sometimes we kind of we're very basic in our dating,
hmm.
right?
We are.
It's going out to eat, get something to drink, go home, and play with each other's feet. You know what I mean? Like, well, so what do you about? I mean, so what do you think about dates? What's the most unique date you've been on? While we take a break, a quick pause. What's the most unique break you date been on, Kim?
That's a good question. I gotta think
besides
about that
Papa
one.
though? Right. That's why you need to pay attention to this list for you.
I gotta think about that.
Gotta.
Huh.
Because you had to think. Okay, so what's the most romantic date you've been out on thus far
On the
in the
beach. Dinner
11
on the
months
beach.
of digging? Go ahead.
Dinner on the beach.
Dinner
Dinner
on
for
the
two.
beach.
Dinner for two on the beach.
Okay, okay. What about yourself, Tina? What's the most romantic date you've been on?
So let me break this down, right?
Oh,
I have not. When I mean, I got married when I was what 28. I dated the guy like 27. So when I divorced in 2019, I just focused on getting my life back together. My children graduated, so like I haven't really like dated anyone. So if I can't, I it sure didn't
right.
happen in a marriage. So it'd be sometime in the 20s that maybe I forgot. Like
Oh, it's been. We gotta get you out on some dates, man. After tax season though, because
after
Oh
tax
wow.
season.
she got a
Yeah.
tax business out there, y'all. You know, hit her up. You
Okay.
need some advice on some things. Let's move to the next one.
Yes.
Pottery class. What do you think about that, ladies?
Oh, that reminds me of Ghost. That would be fun.
Right, a good pottery class, I think would be fun. And you know what? I thought about that too when I saw it. Right,
Yes.
you know, Valentine's Day, fellas, you can go to your pottery class, put it in between your legs, do the do the pottery, this shit right here, whatever that is. You know what I mean? Scope some stuff. You know,
I don't think we do that enough in the black community. That type of
mm-mm,
stuff. It's
uh-uh.
I mean, I think yeah, it's gonna be messy, but I think it would be fun. It would be
Uh,
something different. It's not something you do all the time. I mean, I
right,
think that you know,
That
the pottery
reminds me of
class.
like the spin paint class that they have,
right,
Mhm.
where you can do the spin paint and make pictures and stuff like that, but it's an interactive kind of dating
right, right.
Yes.
involvement.
You know what? And even the first ones we covered, these will tell you a lot about a person, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I knowing a little bit about both of you ladies, I can definitely tell you definitely like spice adventure, right? Something different from the norm. I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah.
I just got that's that type of energy that I gave. That's another reason why I told y'all to come on because I thought about you two ladies. Being that you do kind of like a little spice or whatnot. So I definitely value your opinion on some of these. So the next
Yeah.
one, Axe throwing,
Axe throwing is
Yes.
actually fun.
Axe throwing.
It's
Right.
fun. We did
You
that as
like
a
that
team
one?
builder for work, and it's actually
Yeah.
pretty fun and very competitive.
Right. Right. And very unique. That's
Yeah.
not, that's something. Again, these are some of the excuse me. These are some of the things that I thought and I wrote a couple of notes down about it. It said it provides the ice break. It breaks the ice and provides a memorable experience, unique
Mhm.
and adrenaline inducing.
Yep.
Right. So that would be one of the reasons that would be. I did it once before. Um, I did it only once. Okay, so I did it. They actually didn't even show this, but I did a scene on the reality show that I was on. We did the axe throwing. That was my first time actually doing. I'm glad they didn't show that one because I was terrible. I think I threw the axe and it bounced off like several times. But the way they do it on TV is not that easy. But I got, I did turn around and do pretty good. A little bit later on. Afterwards. So let's move to the next one. Dessert. Dessert. That's real
Dessert
simple.
tasting, dessert.
No, just going somewhere to get dessert, right?
Mm,
And remember affordability, right? Affordability.
mm,
And affordability one, it is also a good way to have conversation. Right? We're
mm-mm.
talking about dating now. We got to remember when you're dating, you got to remember when you're dating what? You are trying to get information, right? You're trying
Right.
to see where each other's at, right? Dessert is definitely a good one. What
That
you think
would
about that?
for me. That
No,
would work for him, not me.
that won't work for me. I don't eat. desserts.
Yeah, I don't eat
Okay,
desserts.
I'm a
so
soft
if
sweet person.
so, do you guys like ice cream? Guys going to get ice cream?
Every blue
I,
moon.
I
yeah,
ain't talking about all the time. I'm talking
I could
about if
live
it, God
without
takes
it.
you. So ice cream is what can be considered a dessert, then, right? Y'all niggas
I
thinking about annihilators and
I don't. It's like I'm so daggone picky. Like the only thing I would
Yeah.
go in an ice cream shop is just a very hard plain vanilla. Don't put nothing on it. I don't eat chocolate. Like
right,
all that stuff is,
Hmm.
And then okay, I'll just say it like this: if I'm wanting to get to know someone, a
right.
lot of you guys, men, Mark, um, like find dessert to be like, okay, I'm gonna flirt with you. I'm gonna do things to try to get your attention. That's the biggest turn off. Like, dude, not doing it.
Dessert?
Oh
Yeah,
my
I can.
God, yes,
Hold on,
dessert.
man. Okay, okay, what? Okay,
Where have you been?
hold on. Nah. Hold on. I gotta blow y'all up for this one. Y'all talking about what the hell you talking about? How does one use dessert? Yeah, hold on.
Tell
Time
him, Miss
out.
Tina. Tell him.
Before I ask this question, let me just tell y'all something. I'm gonna straighten y'all out on this one. You guys are being very selfish. You know why? Because if a man decides, look, you guys are showing the thing that's I see that is a lot why we can't how to get nowhere. I'm gonna call it out. I just said a dating tip that a man can take you. Even if he said, "Hey, babe, I want to take you go get ice cream or something." Every time I put some, when I put some out a little bit, y'all, I don't like that. I don't think I would like to do that. Well, what about he would like to take you there? What happened to
I
that?
mean, I said he could. It wouldn't work for me because I don't eat sweets like that. I have to have a craving for some type of sweets, and it's not often. But the dude I'm dating, he has a large sweet tooth, so that's something he would love to do. I would go, but I
Okay,
wouldn't really
okay, okay.
indulge.
Right. So the joy is in the fact that even if it's something you might not want to do, right?
I'll go.
Right, because sometimes guess what? Y'all might want us to go somewhere we don't really want to
Right.
go, right? Okay.
Okay, so let me ask you how. Okay, so Mark, say okay, you ask a young lady and say, "Hey, let's go have some dessert." She
Let's
doesn't.
go have ice cream.
Okay, and she doesn't really eat ice cream. So you go to the ice cream shop and she orders a pop to drink. And she's
Okay.
sipping on a pop while you're eating ice
My
cream.
okay.
Like
Okay, look,
that.
I'll put it to you like this. I said desserts because that's very broad, but I think that every woman at some point likes some type of sweets, right? It's some y'all like. You can't
I,
tell me y'all don't like eat
that's what I just
sweets.
said. I have to have a taste for it. I'm not
Right,
gonna
right,
say,
right. You have to. Okay, barring that you have to have a taste for it,
mhm.
right? Again,
But
remember these are some of the things that even though like you say the key thing is what I heard you say is that even if a guy say, well, let's do this, right? Let's go have dessert. So let's go throw axe throw him, right? And if you like him, right, I would think that it would be just, even though that's something you might not want to do, just do it, right? Because we do it for you, right?
not all the time. Y'all don't do it
For
all
the
the time
most
for us.
part. For the most part, right?
I would
Oh
say
my
so.
God.
I
For
would
the
say
most
so.
part, because if you didn't,
Yeah.
you'll be gone. That's
I,
all. That's all.
I guess just this dessert thing because I'm very picky. Like he probably be like, I'm not taking this girl nowhere. You want chocolate? I'm sorry, sir.
But
I don't eat
just
chocolate. I
look,
don't
just
eat cereal.
Tina,
I don't
just
eat
go.
this.
If he
And
sets it
then
up,
order
just
a
go.
and like, okay, can I have or can I have
It
the
don't matter.
You
It
just
don't
went for
matter.
the experience and to be able
It
to
don't
be.
matter because guess
okay?
what? That's something he may want to do for you. Just to go,
But what
just to
would he,
go.
would he find it insulting though that
If
out of all these beautiful like I was it Cafe Intermezzo? Oh my God!
well, you can go
I
have dessert there.
and then I just say, can I just have a small coffee?
Okay,
Because I
that's cool. That's cool.
with that I wouldn't want to offend him because I do appreciate that he would put it out there. But you're saying just go and have the coffee or have the
He's
water.
saying that's just showing your appreciation, even if you just go, even though you don't like the dessert. Mark is saying if you go have a cup of coffee, he's having a dessert. You're still going.
And
somewhere
then
where
something,
he wants to go and
Okay.
enjoying the time with him.
right? And the most piece, and the best time to when you invest like that, that's the best time to get the most information out of a person too.
Hmm.
Think about it. This is a date. This is an idea for you to get to a point where you guys can talk, right?
Oh,
So even if I know we focusing on the dessert, but at the same time, remember part of the things that I put in here was the fact that you can have conversation pieces because that's what dates are about.
Hmm.
It's not
right.
really about trying to woo a person because when you woo, you can't listen to shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? You got to put each other. My point is that I have to be in your element,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to be in my element, right? And then we may have to be in the same element at the same time, right? Or we may be in different elements, but at the end of the day, if you put a person in that element and you go out on a date, guess what? You can find out a lot more information. That's all.
Okay.
All right. Okay. And these are tips for men. The men that like women with desserts. Then how about that? Volunteer.
Well, that tells you a lot about people.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. When I saw that one, that one stuck out because you do. Because if you're a carefree person, or you got a guy that says, "Hey, babe, I usually do work down at the blah 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 blah," and he wants you to
Hmm.
be involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's definitely a good way conversation piece too as well. You can observe a lot too on how
Yeah.
they treat people.
Yep.
I
You
definitely
know.
agree.
Yeah. Okay.
No argument with me on that one.
The zoo.
Oh Lord.
Shit, I haven't been to the zoo in years.
That's why you should go to the damn zoo.
So
Ooh.
I'm not a nature person, and I'll tell them that like I don't do nature.
Let me
But
pull you off for a minute. Go ahead.
like I don't want. You know what? Okay, so some men like a woman that's like, oh, but if we're walking and the whole time I'm like, ah, shoot, like, and I will run. Okay, I will run. Um, I don't think for me, maybe for some women, that's wonderful. I was doing a live in Vegas announcing this new business I did. Everything's going great. I'm walking down the
And you
strip,
can talk. Hold on.
and
First of all, I said not the African safari, right? I said the zoo,
the zoo
right,
where
right.
they're
The
in
zoo,
cages,
right,
and it
right,
stinks horribly. Yeah,
right.
the
O-
zoo.
Okay, so look, check it.
That's
Also, the
interesting.
zoo can be fun.
Because I want to do the nighttime zoo thing. I actually want to
See,
do that. So that was already on my list, something to
the
do.
zoo, the zoo, and,
Hmm.
and, and I say the zoo because it's a great conversation piece. Look at your uncle over there in the goddamn monkey balls. You know what I mean? You having fun. Especially somebody like me. I'm gonna find somebody auntie hanging upside down on their feet.
You ain't right. But that was actually something I had discussed with him. Let's do like the nocturnal zoo
See,
adventure.
there you go. So
Mm,
it says it's fun and educational reason, right? Out to some of the things. Benefits: casual walking environment conducive for conversation. Again, another conversation piece. One, because you're walking around and you're going to be talking. You're going to be engaged. You're going to be engaged at whatever you're seeing. See, again, these are gathering information dates, right? That's what it is. We trying to gather as much information to make it easy. We always
yep,
say
and the
that.
information that he gathers is going to be like, this chick does not like
This chick
nature.
right here don't do that. Look, I don't do that. This girl don't do not eat goddamn ramen noodles and and hookah spots. She's so plain Jane. She don't want to go to the zoo. She don't want no damn dessert.
We know he knows.
Right. Number 9. I think y'all gonna like this one right here if I can remember. Antiquing.
Hmm.
Antiquing.
That's interesting.
That's interesting, right? And let me tell you why I bought this one up. I bought this one up because, okay, a guy comes pick you up and say, hey, let's go to antique shops. Most women, or a lot of women, like to decorate, right? They like to decorate. They like to make their house look right? And there's some definitely some very interesting items you can find in antique shops, right?
Hmm.
So fellas, I think that's a great idea. Most women, especially if you see a woman that likes nice nice articles around the house or whatnot, she may be running into something, and then there's conversation piece again. You can have a conversation. So what are you ladies thinking about that one?
I would love a date like that.
You hear that, Professor X? What about you, Tina? Go ahead and tell us. Hold on, let me pull you back up again.
I no, seriously, I think the interest is there. Like for me, you know what, when you go into places like that, I always wonder, like, okay, they're like, oh, this piece is like, 50 or 60 years old. The writer in me begins to build a story on the journey of this picture or this, was it in a slave house? Was it passed down from generations? Maybe, I don't know. I build stories, and if you have a person that's kind of like that, that can go into the imaginary crazy space with me, that would be wonderful. That would be great.
That's a different one right there. That's that right there. I saw that. I was like, damn. And I myself, I like to create things, and and I thought about that. And that definitely was a selfish one for me because I'll definitely do something like that. She said, "Ooh, boy, you like stuff like that?" Yep. Point. Point. Last but not least, stargazing. I saw that on. I think that's interesting, right?
We used to do that in Vegas.
Right, right.
Mhm.
Stargazing. First person I'm gonna ask about this one right here. Okay, Tim, go ahead. Tell what you don't like about stargazing. What
It's
I gotta go when I'm outside and everything. I gotta go pee. I don't know where to pee. I don't know where we gonna pee at.
No, actually, I do find stargazing very interesting.
Right.
So and I do think that those are conversation pieces
Yeah.
in terms of, for me, I can't deal with a shallow person. I
Mhm.
need someone that's got a little depth, so being able to look at something that was just created, that's always been there, and to
Mhm.
open up and have a conversation about it with someone that can have and articulate um, what they're seeing or their thoughts. I think that would be good. You get to kind of know someone, from that perspective.
Yeah. Imagination is big. You can find things.
Mhm.
I myself. These are ten. I would definitely do. Me say the stargazing one I thought about again because I've probably never done it. I've probably seen it on on TV. You
Mhm.
know, you know those older movies or whatnot. So what do you think about that one though, Kim?
I love it. I
Hmm.
love it. I guess you call it dreamer. So you can sit out and I'm a beach, sit out on the beach, watch the sunset, watch the stars, just
Hmm.
in solitude. So that would be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I had to end it with that one. I had to end it with that one because I felt that that's probably one of the most unique ones there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go through it one more time real quick for those who were in the back of the class, sleep, playing around or whatnot. So again, it's an art gallery. Art gallery is number one. Number two, cooking class. You can definitely tell a lot about a person as far as their creativity or if she can even boil some eggs. Fellas,
Or
take them on the
he.
cooking class. I ain't worried about that. Go ahead. Go ahead. Crazy golf. Most people call it putt putt. Some people go to the putt shack. It definitely builds some type of competitive between your person. Creativity, something laid back, something that you can actually enjoy on a date. For pottery class, I think those are great. It shows creativity. It's like a team builder, competitiveness type date. I think that particular date would be a great date too as well. Axe throwing. I think we all three said we would probably definitely indulge in axe throwing. What about? Did I ask you that, Tina? Axe throwing. Would you do axe throwing? Or are you scared of the axe handle coming
Oh
off? Which
no,
one is
honey,
it?
I would do that. I would do that. And you know what? This is the thing, right? all the competitiveness, you get to see how the other person deals with win and
Right.
loss. Because
Mm-hmm.
there are some
Good point.
individuals where, it's like they're cool as long as they're winning, but if they lose, you see another side to them. And I think when
Hmm.
you begin dating someone, you kind of want to see that a little in advance, or let's play a game of spades. You know what I mean? Let's see,
There she go. Hey, I did not put spades on the dating one. Okay.
and you can put horseback riding. Like take out the zoo and put horseback riding.
All right,
I'll be
man. We going to the zoo.
there.
Dessert. Now this
Lord.
one right here, simple, very um affordable for first dates. These are great first dates. Honestly, desserts are great first dates. Right.
What about food trucks? Like the food truck
Food
night that has
trucks are, it's
with
That's
fine.
a good one.
It's
trucks,
fine.
you know.
Uh, again, I guess that dessert one helps the one that how can I say this? The hip national bank ain't looking too good, if that makes sense. The pockets are a little short. There's nothing wrong with everybody goes through it. Listen, everybody goes through their time, and that's another thing, especially on dates and guys and dating. I understand that a lot of times, even as men, we want to take a young lady out on a date or whatnot. That's fine and dandy, but there's a time and place for it. Do it when you can definitely afford it. Do it so that you're not putting yourself in a situation. And even if you're not in the best situation, also be honest with the person you're dating up front when it comes to your pockets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever want to put yourself in a situation where it's time for you guys to go out on a real date, like a destination date. We're going to talk about that. Again, I got a top 10 destination dates too. I'm gonna do
I
that one.
need that one.
Okay. All right. And then so you want to just make sure that that you can be able to keep the lights on at the same time by having a good time. So even though she might not eat sweets, I'm sure she'll get a pop or or whatever, coffee, desserts. Definitely will save you a little bit on the pockets.
Mark, how come
Volun.
you didn't put like the gun with the axe throwing,
Uh
like a
huh.
gun range kind of?
Because it's loud in there. It's loud. You can't really. We trying to have conversation. We trying to
But
get.
I guess because like the gun range over here by me has axe throwing in it, so you can do a couple of things.
Uh-huh.
So it's, I mean, you can see how he handles teaching you stuff too. If you go to,
And guess what? I will humbly say this is my list. So humbly say. But I agree. Now hold on to your point. Now Kim, I would definitely say axe throwing, excuse me, gun range. Yes, that is a good date. I just think that it's so much distraction, and then some people are skittish around guns. Right? It sounds fun until you actually shoot one. Right? So let's just say, for instance, I'm going on a date with one of you ladies, and really don't know you that much. Like I try to feel you. I don't want to take you on a gun range early anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know where a person may be. Now she has a gun and has license, maybe more so, but not knowing, people are
but
kind of
that's, I mean, if you have a conversation beforehand, and we're
Right.
just in general, you have that conversation, and you're figuring out things she may want to do or like to do or never
right.
tried, and that's
No,
something
no, no. Right, right.
or he.
But right, right. That's why let's say I put these out definitely for men to give them some tips or whatnot. Something thinking outside of the box, because I hear a lot of women saying, "Hey man, I'm tired of going out to eat." You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of
Mhm.
whatever, right? So I kind of put these out for that. So dessert 6, volunteer. We know that doesn't cost you any money. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's always doing something on a Saturday, feeding the homeless or something like that. I
Mhm.
think, and then that's a great start of a date, or early date. Let's say around 10, 11, go ahead and get it out the way. Get your volunteering done. Help some people. And then you can go out and get you some dessert. but, yeah. All right. So, and number 8 again is the zoo. Tina says she don't like the zoo because she probably got relatives there. And T King, um, again, very, very unique. I think that would be a great icebreaker with women, especially with women. And then last but not least, again, is stargazing. So I think stargazing is definitely one. Now is you don't have to pay a whole lot. Get you a bottle of wine.
Mhm.
Take her out and have a nice time. So that is the top 10 right there. So overall, what do you guys think about that list?
I
Tina.
mean, it's only 10, so I mean,
Right.
it's not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm an acquired taste, so
What is your
it's
taste?
I said I am an acquired taste. It
Uh,
take a lot to get to deal with me.
okay, now I
Um,
asked you, what is your taste?
what my taste
What
is
are the
like
what are the men tasting? Yeah,
I like to go bowling. I like team stuff. Go, of course, you know I grew up in a doggone bowling alley, so of course
uh-huh.
I go bowling, shoot pool, play
Right.
cards.
Hmm.
The Dave and Buster type thing. I'm a
Right.
very competitive person, and I like to
Hmm.
see the competitiveness in others. Um, you know, mainly because I on okay, so dating in when I get married, dating in the early 2000s, late 90s, it's so different than this now. It is
Yeah.
way different. And then of course through life you learn different things about people. So for me, is like, okay, let's just get to who I am and find out who this person is, and we've got to have life interests. Okay, so but in getting to see how competitive someone is, you get to see them, or like with the volunteering.
Hmm.
I think that I mean, I really liked all of them, except I really did not like the zoo. But out of all of them, I think volunteering was so important because you really get to see a person's heart. Like, you can only fake it so much, helping people who cannot help themselves speaks volumes, and so for me, it's the simple things. Because of what I do, because of the business that I have, a lot of men have approached me thinking that taking me downtown to Buckhead and spending thousands of dollars is going to do something. That don't do nothing for me. It's the basics, it's the humanity, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
that's me. It's not, I'm a tomboy at heart, so
Right.
not having to get dressed up in heels and all this stuff is a-okay with
But
me.
but what though, it is, and and it's funny because when I called you two ladies, I asked you ladies to come on or whatnot and see what your thoughts were or whatnot. But now I think back, you got you are two different on two different ends of the spectrum as far as just two different types of energies. Kim
Can
is
you
go ahead.
listening to Tina? I'm a tomboy at heart, but I like the
Right,
adventure side. I like to get
right.
out and do stuff in the nature
You
where
like the
she's not like.
uniqueness. You like the most. You like unique things. She just said, "I want to go bowling. I want to go bowling. I want to go." But there's nothing wrong with that. You have to find what fits for the type of woman that it is you're trying to date. You know what I mean? That's part of the whole thing too, right? We want to find something that's going to work for the woman that you desire. I think so.
True.
I mean, So other than that, so Kim, what as far as out of the ones that we just went over, which ones would you say that you would probably step out and say, you know what, I would like to do. Never thought about that, but like to do this. Which one was
The
that?
pottery class.
Uh, why the pottery one?
Because I like to make things, put things together, do creative stuff like that. So the
Hmm.
pottery
He
class.
right. You heard that, partner. Whatever you, what did you get the potting? get the pot, get the potting. Okay. But look, I ain't want to hold you ladies up. You know what I'm saying? It's a Monday. Mondays are usually typically long. I want to get online for a little bit. Read those top 10,
Get some
top
more
10
top
dating tips and
tens,
whatnot.
Mike. Mark, get some
Mike,
more. I didn't mean to say Mike. Leave me alone. Get some
right.
more top tens.
Oh, yeah, I will do. I will do more top 10s. I do more top 10s. And here's the thing. One of the biggest things about this particular one, it was made by, hey, like it or not, my idea. I'm a man. Hey, those are some of the things I may use in my dating thing too as well. Those are the ones I pick because I like those particular ones, and those each one of those I will hit. I probably hit the dessert already, but but we'll definitely do more top tens. If anybody else have any like suggestions or whatnot, top 10 they would like for me to do, I'll do. If not, I'll definitely do my own. I'll probably do one once a week or maybe once every 2 weeks. Part of date night live. So I got some good content coming up. Some good guests coming on. So any last words from you ladies for you guys sign off or?
Just listen to the girl you're trying to date, because a lot of those ideas will come to, something
Yeah.
that you guys can both learn from each other.
Right. Right.
That's good because if then he should listen and then he won't suggest dessert and it won't be an issue.
Right. 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 Hey, but
But
it's basic and it may work for somebody. You know what I mean?
That's
So
like a
right.
coffee date. Dessert
right.
coffee date, same thing.
Coffee, so everybody's doing that now. I try to get outside the box. That everybody had coffee all the damn time.
But let me tell you, why, outside of the fact that a lot of us are coffee addicts,
Right.
um, it forces you in an environment where you're not loud, you're not over talking, and the focus is just you two in conversation. And they do
Mhm.
have dessert. So you can have your dessert
Dessert.
at an affordable
We're gonna
price,
have an ice cream.
you
You're right.
know. And then
Pastries
you
and shit.
have your coffee. But I think
Mhm.
that's one of, and it's also like a safe place. Nobody's rushing you.
Right.
So if you get that nice little table in the cut and you're able to sit there for 3 hours and just kind of get to know one another, I think it's a nice place to do an icebreaker.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. I agree. I definitely agree with that.
or at the
So
bookstore, Barnes and Nobles, like they got
Barnes and
the,
Nobles. That
you
was
know,
on there. It was a lot of them on there. It was
yeah.
like,
So
Mhm.
and again, I'm outside. Remember, I'm out. Look, here's the funny, and this is a segue into this, especially before we end. I'm an outside type of guy. Everybody says platforms and podcasts and all this other stuff. Well, I don't think it's too many people. I'm thinking outside of the box on what I'm doing now. You see what I'm saying? I'm
Mhm.
just an outside of the box type of guy that would not only live my life outside of the box, the way I think is outside of the box. What I do is outside of the box. You see what I'm saying? I try to be different. One of the things that I pride myself on, just kind of being honest, honking my own horn, is that I march to my own beat, and then I want to do it the way that I think is best fit, and don't worry about what everybody else is doing.
You're
Right.
doing a really good thing here, Mark. I do want to
Right.
tell you that. And
Thank you.
when I had you on last week, I got a lot of people watched the replays, and a lot of I'm hoping you got a lot more subscribers because a
Probably
lot
do.
of my single ladies were like, "Girl, I did not know this was out here," because you're bringing us. We're regular
Right.
people.
Mhm.
Right.
Not every A lot of the things on your platform are celebrity driven, and at
Hmm.
Yeah.
some point those celebrities, they've lost touch with our reality. We're regular people at the end of the day. So I think that what you're doing is great. So you keep on thinking outside the box and
Right.
doing what you're
Right.
doing. I think it's going to be phenomenal in the end.
Right. Yeah, I
Absolutely
appreciate
agree.
it. Yeah, I appreciate that. All right, young ladies, you guys get y'all some rest and put pressure on these men out here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Too bad you still went home early, but
You know
that's
what?
all that
Bye,
subject.
Mark. Have a good
Bye.
night.
Good night. Good night. All right, Miss Tina. I will talk to you later, and I appreciate your time. All right.
All right, no problem.
All
All
right.
right, thank
Thanks. All right. All right. All right. So okay. So that's it. Quick recap. Just in case everybody, people come in late. Sometimes people come to church late. So go ahead and lay it out for you one more time. The art gallery, number 1, dating tips for men. Number 2, cooking class. Take her to a cooking class one day. Number 3, crazy golf, putt, shack. Anywhere you get, great team building. Anywhere you can find those little miniature outfitters. Those are great dating ideas. Pottery class. Go ahead and get your pottery class on. Show your creativity. Show how you can, be a man that can put things together. If you know what I mean. Axe throwing. Axe throwing is a great one. Great team building one. Dessert, ice cream. It can be anything. Coffee and dessert. I put dessert. It can be anything. That's a great way to have a great conversation. Volunteer work gives you a better view on what a person can be outside of just you, how they treat others as well. The zoo, great conversation piece. Antiquing, and once again, last but not least, stargazing. Other than that, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. Thank you for your time with Date Night Live, Date Night Online Live. We're on Rumble. I need everybody to go to Rumble, subscribe to Rumble. I need to go to Rumble. Rumble is the one that's going to do me justice. Rumble is going to be the one that's going to keep me doing this. So I would suggest that everybody go on Rumble. That's RUMBLE, Rumble. Date Night Online, Rumble Date Night Online. You can definitely subscribe there. I will be doing more lives on Rumble. I will be streaming from Rumble moving forward, so we can go ahead and get our subscriptions up, so we can actually bring some more noise out here in this particular space of dating. So other than that, I'd like to thank you for your time, and you guys have a good night.